Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is Why You So Envious, and today is going to be Sinking Funds Sunday. So um, I'm not sure if you guys have watched any of the previous videos, the two I made yesterday, but I am gonna. I've started closing out. Well, I did close out April, and I know it's only April. What today's 27, I think. But I wanted to go ahead and get April out because I'm ready to start May. And so, with that being said, I took all of my challenges, all of them except for my cruise, and I took all the funds out and reallocated them into my sinking funds. Now, I did not want to have to go through all that, pulling it out, showing you all that, because that was going to be a lot. But what I did do is I went in and I wrote down, all the funds and where they went. And so I want to share that with you. I also, let me grab see if I can find my green. Uh, I wrote down where all of these funds went to. Let me see if I can find that document. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I don't know where I put that. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. All right. So what I did was I went in and I kind of, you know, reallocated some stuff, and I reallocated all of it again except for my cruise. So with rock paper scissors, y'all, it went to my emergency fund, and I had $60. Okay. Then left, right, and center, I used. I had three categories that I was saving for was my birthday, sinking funds, and travel. Well, my birthday came and went, and I forgot all about it being there, so I moved that to my emergency fund as well, and that came out to be $27. And then just my sinking funds, general sinking funds, because I'm going to play a sinking funds randomizer game with that, got $31, and then travel got 25. And I didn't put whether it was domestic or international, so I can't remember. Anyway, so I did start paying my Connect 4 game, and I'd only saved $5 for that, and I didn't realize I hadn't played it again. So, but yeah, I only had $5 in it. And then Taco Tuesday, y'all, just from the time I started playing Taco Tuesday, it went to month ahead, $350, y'all, $350. And then, so for those of you who watched my month ahead total, and I was a little short for finishing um, the last two categories, I think, and I put this toward that. Okay, so you'll see, and maybe, well, you don't know, I actually did ended up finishing all of the month ahead. So I'm now 1 month total ahead on all my bills, and you'll see that it's stuffed. It's stuffed in here. And then the Saving with Shalonda A1 game that I have been collaborating with on Saves, on Crafts and Budgets. I think that's what it's called. I had $75, and I am going to stop playing that for right now, just because I got a lot going on right now, and I probably can't keep up with it, so I don't want to commit to it. So yeah. And then Beat the Dealer. I had Beat the Dealer and Savings Roulette. I took both of the monies out before I wrote it down. So one of them had 25, one of them having 15. And I'm gonna probably bet that the Beat the Dealer had the most, because that's one of my favorite games, y'all. I love blackjack. Her Pink Dealer No Deal, I had $35 in it. Her So Delicious challenge was $27. Mario Kart was 40. The Delta Dollars, which was a custom game that she made for me, was 32. Her Baby Steps game, I had 55, and then her Scratch and Save, I had 11. And so that was a total of 315. And again, that went to a month ahead too. So those two things is what allowed me. So add that to the previous total. And y'all, I don't even remember what it was, but that allowed me to finish my month ahead for the first quarter. And so remember, I told you I wanted to get 3 months ahead. So that is really my goal. And so I am going to be doing that month ahead using K budgets trackers. I'm going to keep using that because it worked for me. So I'm going to keep doing that. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, I got to get that money saved. Okay. And then with Neen's budgets, that was my travel, domestic and international. And so for domestic travel, at the time, I used Kimchi Queen, and I saved $380 in a Kimchi Queen, y'all. Then she had just some travel, generic travel dashboards, and I saved $78 with that. So I had a total of $458 that went into my international travel. Okay, international. No, domestic travel. Sorry, y'all. But I changed Kimchi going into May. It's going to be moved to international, and I'll talk to y'all about that when I do domestic and international travel. Uh, international travel is going to be on Tuesdays, and domestic travel, no, that's flipped. And domestic travel is going to be on Tuesday. International travel is going to be on Thursday. So for international travel, I had the Around the World randomizer. That was a custom game that Nee's budget made for me. I had $210 saved in that. And then Adventures of the Heart, I had $130 saved in that. So that's $340. So y'all, I saved $798 just with Neen's budget. So hey, Neen girl, thank you, thank you, thank you. Same thing for Shalonda, $315. Thank you, girl. Okay. And so that was the breakdowns. Now, let's get into what's actually in here. And so, for those of y'all who are just joining me, this is my sinking funds binder that I had custom made. And I will link the name of the shop because I forgot what it's called. And I don't even think she put it on here. Yeah, it's not on here. But y'all see how fat that is? So once it gets money, it's going to get fatter, but I think I'm going to end up condensing some stuff. But this is going to be my main binder. You're going to start seeing me do sinking funds Sunday and, just really hitting my sinking funds hard and heavy. This is the sinking funds game that I was telling you guys that I'm going to play. And I'm trying to decide if I want to play it today or not. And I have some money that I can play. And I may go get that. Do I have that in here? I think it's in my. I don't know if I have it with me or not. But it just depends on how long this video. If I don't play it today, I'll play it next week. Okay. But anyway, this is the Sinking Funds game. It's by Saving with Shalonda. And it's called Sink the Funds. And it's just a board game. And so what I'll do is roll the dice. And wherever it lands, that's what that particular challenge will get, or that particular category will get. So I'm excited about playing that. All right, so the first category is cloudy day. Now I had cloudy day, rainy day, and emergency fund. I had them fully funded, but something personal came up, as it always does, and so I had to start over. So as I go through each one, I'm going to tell you what they currently have, and then I'll tell you my grand total toward the end, at the end. All right, so for Cloudy Day doesn't have anything in it, and right now it's got this sticky over it because my twin sister writes very well. Her script is beautiful, so I'm going to take these and let her write the names on them for me because she writes very well. My penmanship is horrible. This is my rainy day. It says I have a goal of $250, which I may be changing. But right now, that has $65 in it. My vacay pay, again, y'all, I'm a certified teacher, but the kind of work that I do, I teach adults who are working on their GED. So I'm considered a part-time employee. So I don't get vacation pay. So I'm actually going to have to save for that because when I don't work, I don't get paid. So I'm going to have to save for that. So there's nothing in that. And then I want to do, I'm going to save $1,000. I want to get $1,000 saved in that, but I want to try to put as much in this as I can. So I'm going to continuously be saving for that. And then my emergency fund, again, it says $1,000 emergency fund. That's what Dave Ramsey recognizes. But guys, none of my emergencies are usually $1,000. That's what that's what the rainy day and the cloudy day going to be for. When I have emergencies, they're usually big emergencies. So I'm going to have a goal of $3,000 for that. And right now, according to this, it's got $200 in it. And so you'll see that I do have a category for emergency fund. And y'all, I probably should turn these so where it's not upside down. So sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so that's emergency fund. Sorry, y'all, I'm knocking stuff over. Okay. All right, debt is me just trying to tackle some debt that I have. And right now I have $115 in debt. And that's going to always be, fluctuating because, like I said, I want to pay my car off this year. And by December 31st, my car will be paid off. No matter what happens, my car is going to be paid off. That's just one of my goals. If God say the same, it's going to be paid off. Right now, I only have one credit card, and I sent a payment in for it already, so I'm starting over with that. And then month ahead, guys, and I know y'all watched me count that. I ended up having to take all those little bills to the bank. I took them back to the bank, and right now, guys, I have $3,100 in month ahead. So that is 1 month of bills for me, $3,100. I am totally stoked by that. Okay, totally stoked by that. So I'm very excited about that. Very excited about keeping that going again, guys. It just warms my heart to know that I'm at least 1 month ahead. Push comes to shove, I can be off work for a month and be okay. Okay. Retirement. I'm really gonna have to start hitting this hard and heavy because I really, my teacher retirement's not gonna be enough to sustain me. So you'll see me start hitting that hard and heavy. Now, I have the month ahead right here, but the future months ahead will go into this one for the 3 to 12 months ahead. And I'm trying to find a high interest savings account to put it in. So if y'all know something, put it in the chat. But right now, yeah, just let me know. Okay. But yeah, 3 to 12 months is eventually what I would hope to have. And the guys, I'm gonna keep saving a month ahead. I mean, that's gonna continuously be as long as I save money. I will always be doing that. So you'll always see that growing. Again, my retirement, guys, only has $75 in it, so I'm gonna have to do better with that. And then we start my kids section, and their money is gonna be separate. Yeah, and then Candy is my dog, and I had to use her money this week for some things that she needed me to take care of, so I'm gonna be starting over with her. And then I'm just gonna budget for her weekly like I normally do with groceries and all that, and then hopefully I won't have to touch this except for emergencies because she's, let me see, Candy, I think she's 8, maybe 7 or 8 years old now. Not an old dog, but she's aging. And then home and land, y'all, I'm still trying to figure out my home land situation, so y'all just pray for me. Okay, just pray for me, but I'm gonna keep saving for it. Okay. And then giving, my church is the Inspiring Temple of Praise. So hopefully I'll be able to give a love offering at the end of the year. I'm going to let it pile up until the end of the year. And then, so that's tier 1, y'all. That's my tier 1. And that's baby steps. Anything that has to do with baby steps is tier 1. Okay. Now we're going to move to tier 2. And tier 2 is just stuff that I want to save for, would like to save for. Outside of the necessities, okay? This right here guarantees that I don't have to worry about money, okay? This right here is just things that I want to do to live my life and live my best life, okay? So that's tier 2. You see I have Christmas on here, and I had some money saved for Christmas, but again, I had life happen, and I had to use it, so I had to start over. So now, excuse me, all I have is $80. We've got passports, so I don't have to save for passports, but visas, I have $100 in visas, and I know we have to renew passports. I don't know how often it is. I think it's every 10 years, but don't hold me to that because, like I said, this is my first passport, so I don't know. And then we've got travel. We've got domestic travel, and I have $325 in domestic travel. And then we've got international travel, which is what I'm truly living for. I have $720 in that right now. Okay. Food and groceries doesn't have anything in it, but it will. Okay, starting effective immediately. I'm gonna start saving in this binder just like I did the other little binders. So on Sundays you'll see me stuff this. Medical and life, y'all. Medical and life got $150. That's all I'm gonna say. I had to take my daughter to the emergency room and then to therapy for her foot, and y'all, I'm already out of about $400, $500. So medical and life is just ridiculous. Taxes, I'm going to be saving extra because I have a part-time job as an independent contractor, and I have to pay my own taxes, so I've got to start putting up for that, and so you'll see me do that. Saving for me. So remember I told you in my family binder, I broke the family binder down too. So everybody has a envelope in this binder. And so I had $180 saved for me. And then moving, guys, I can't tell you how many times I've had to move in the last 5 years. And so I hate it. I hate moving. I feel sorry for anybody who has to move. So I have $70 saved for that right now, but you will see me stuff that. And if I don't need it, then I'll just reallocate the money somewhere else. But I don't ever want to have to move another day in my life. And if I do, I want to be able to hire somebody to do it for me. I just hate packing it up. I hate, packing it up is not as bad as having to actually physically move it. I hate it. So I will be paying a service. Okay. I'll pack it, but they're going to take it. And that's what I've had to do the last 2 times. My 55-year-old body just can't do it. I just can't. Storage. So right now, guys, I have 2 storage units. Next weekend, I'm going to drop down to 1. Me and my kids and a love caravan. Some folks who care about me and want to help me are going to go to my 2 storages, and we're going to pull everything out, stage it, and then put it back in. When the movers moved me this last time, they laid my couch down flat. So it takes up a whole, 3 feet wide versus about, I don't know how long, 15 feet long. That's a lot of space, y'all. So we're going to go in there and stand the couch upright on its one of its sides. I don't know that I'll ever use that couch again, but it's in there, and it's in there in case, some family, if I have a family member or somebody who might need it, they can have it, because it's a sofa bed. And so they, it's furniture. Okay, so somebody might need it. But anyway, and then so shipping, that's storage, I'm sorry, y'all. So shipping and P.O. boxing. I have a P.O. box, and I tried to live without my P.O. box for a month. It was horrible. So I went back and got it, and I got the same one. So it's got $50 in it right now. So if I have to use shipping or postage or my P.O. box, I have the money to pay for it. I don't have to try to, find money for it. Okay, so that is tier 1. Okay. All right, y'all. Tier 2 is not necessarily gotta have, but oh my God, with love. Okay. Anybody who knows me knows that I love Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny. New edition. Love them to death. Okay. So, y'all, I got to go see him. I got to. Frankie Beverly was my other artist who I loved seeing, and he passed away this year. And so, broke my heart. So now I got to go see these guys. Okay. And I got to figure out a way to do it. So I'm going to try to see them at least once a year. Effective this year. So I'm going to find somewhere that they're going to be, and I'm going to start saving for it. So you'll start seeing me save for that. Guys, I've tried to get a couple of businesses off the ground, and I'm not giving up. I have a niche out there somewhere. I have my lane that I can get in somewhere. So I'm going to keep saving for it. Might not be a whole lot right up front, but I'm going to keep saving for it. Now, I should have electronics. Instead of electronics before holidays. So here's electronics. So let me pull electronics out because I want them in order. Okay, so this is electronics. And guys, right now, I'm going to have to hit this hard and heavy too. It probably need to be moved up there, but I don't think I have any room. I don't have any room for it, so I'm going to leave it here. But I need a new computer. Okay, I need a new computer. I need it yesterday. I need a new computer and I need a shredder for the independent work that I'm going to be doing. So you're going to see me hit this hard and heavy too. I want a big screen, a wide screen, because my vision is kind of bad. So I'm going to get the widest screen I can find, the biggest screen that I can find, and the most memory that I can find. So I'll be working on that. Holidays, trying not to be a negative Nancy about holidays, but gotta save for them. Okay, gotta save for them. And then hashtag Lewis Strong is me saving for anybody who's family. Okay, anybody last name Lewis, anybody who's family, and it's just generic, really, overall. Y'all know Sean is my twin, and she's got $33. $33. Q is my younger sister, and I had to take some money out of all of my other three sisters. I had to take some money out of theirs to fund. That's $35, y'all. To fund some things that we're doing over the weekend. In 2 weeks. So they all have 15 apiece. And then Wu is my best friend, and she's got 35. And then Kayla is my niece, my ride or die niece. She got 35. And so that's it right now. And so that's tier 1. Again, it's baby steps. All things baby steps. Tier 2 is things that, Christmas, stuff that's coming up, stuff that I know that I got to get done. And tier 3 is my wish list. Okay. And so with that being said, y'all, let me tell y'all what my total is. Drum roll, please. Y'all, I saved $5,590, and that's just in this binder right here. Now, could it have been more? Of course it could have. Okay. I was frivolous with spending. I was trying to catch bills up and all that. So just know, this second quarter, it's going to be, hopefully it'll be twice this. Okay. And I'm going to put this up so I can keep up with it. I've also decided to keep a tracker. Every time I put something in here, I'm going to track it. Just because I like knowing if I had to liquidate everything quickly, how much would I have? Okay. So that's important. Let me see. Was that all? I think that was it, y'all. I think that was it. So from now on Sunday, you'll start seeing me do sinking funds. I'm going to put money aside, and I will be playing that sinking funds randomizer game. Just making sure that the money is going where it's supposed to go. Okay. That's not including the cruise. So once I go on the cruise, that money will be reallocated for the domestic and international travel. So just know that money is still going to be used for travel. So instead of the $100 a week going to my cruise, I'll split it between international and domestic. And quite honestly, y'all, the domestic will probably be when I'm international somewhere and I need to get back to the States. I think that's it though for y'all for now. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.